Mate, how's your day?
Ooh,
This is exciting.
look at the boat.
Woohoo!
I love this. Have you been on the Spirit of Tasmania?
I have not had the pleasure of enjoying its majesty.
I'll tell you, you are in for a treat. Do you know who'll be very proud of us? Allston. Because we are getting to Tassie via water instead of by taking a plane. Sail away.
Sail away, sail away, sail away. So yeah, what am I doing in Tasmania?
Well, beautiful Tasmania is now powered by 100% renewable energy. I am taking you to meet fabulous James and Georgia. They have built a house that is 100% all electric.
Okay.
Which means there's no fossil fuels powering it. The reason it is great to have an all electric home in Tasmania is when all your power is coming from 100% renewable sources. It means literally to power their whole home, they've left fossil fuels behind. God, I love Tasmania.
Oh, I loved it first.
How beautiful is it?
Keep my body rolling, Rohea, Rohea.
James Allston, interview take one.
Who are you and why am I interviewing you?
My name is James Allston and I'm the Managing Director of New Energy Ventures.
Where am I?
You're at my house.
What am I doing here?
I live in an all-electric home in Tassie.
What is an all-electric home?
An all-electric home is a home which only uses electricity for its energy supply. So in a typical all-electric home, you'll have solar panels providing a fair chunk of the energy that you use in your home. We have electric hot water, so we have a heat pump hot water system. Yep. You're going to have an induction cooktop to...
Delivery for James Allston.
Oh yeah, the book from Alice. Yeah. Sorry, where was I? You're going to have an electric induction cooktop, and we have a reverse cycle air conditioner, which means that we can heat and cool our home with the same piece of kit.
Why are the homes of the future all electric?
I think it's really the only viable option that we have to decarbonise homes quickly in Australia.
Can you explain, like, decarbonise? What's that?
So to decarbonise basically means that you're not using fossil fuels. So you're not using gas and you're not using coal, you're not using oil or petrol or something like that. Your energy supply is electricity.
What's wrong with gas?
Yeah, gas kind of sucks. Gas is a fossil fuel and we don't have a good viable replacement for it. And for a long time people thought about gas as being the efficient way of heating your water or the efficient way of cooking your food. It's just no longer true. It's just technology is advanced and we've got better options now.
Bills, money. What are your electricity bills like?
So much cheaper. Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
This is a large four bedroom home. We heat our home with electricity. We heat all of our water with electricity and we still only have a bill about $1,200 a year, which is nothing. And we have an electric car, so most of our transport and also running the home.
I'm a mainlander. Back there, if you're in an all-electric home and you're still drawing fossil fuels, what's the point?
It's a good question. If you're living in Victoria, most of your power is coming from coal-fired power stations right now. But the clear trend is we're moving towards a decarbonised electricity supply. So that means that all the coal-fired power stations are going to close in the next 20 years or so. And we're going to be getting all of our power in Victoria and other parts of Australia from wind and solar and other forms of renewables.
Nat and I live in apartments. If I can't retrofit and remove gas sources, what's one thing that I can do?
Move to an energy company that's supporting the energy transition and investing in renewables.
We're here in Tassie, 100% renewable energy. How does that work?
Yeah, as of about 6 months ago, the government declared that we're 100% renewable energy.
What is renewable energy? I know solar, I know wind, what else?
Yeah, so in Tassie, most of our electricity comes from hydro. Yep. So about, I think it's about 80% of it comes from hydro. And the bulk of the rest of it comes from wind. We've got a target here in Tassie, not just to be 100% renewable energy, but 200% renewable energy.
200% by 2040, is that right?
200% by 2040. Yeah, we're going to be building a new cable to the mainland. There's a technology called HVDC transmission, which is high voltage direct current. It's a bit technical, but we've got one of those in Australia right now, which is Basslink, which is the cable that connects Tassie to the mainland.
You got AC, DC, HVDC. Sounds pretty bloody rock and roll to me.
It's really awesome.
Getting back to your house, you've got solar panels on the roof, but you're still connected to the grid, right?
Yes.
So how does that work?
We're using the grid as a battery, essentially. So instead of having our own battery here, we're using the grid to basically export our energy into, and then later in the day, we'll draw energy out of it. Solar panels produce about a third of the electricity that we use in our home. The rest of it gets pumped into the grid and it gets used by others down the street.
And then at night when the sun goes down, you then start to draw?
Yeah, we're using hydro at night. So yeah, we have some storage in this house though. So we have our hot water system, you know, in the middle of the day, that hot water system turns on, it's using solar power to generate hot water, and then we store that energy until the evening when we'll have showers and baths in the evening. The same with our electric car. We fill the electric car with electricity through the day, and then we're able to use that later in the day. This home is an example of what the future looks like. It's got solar power, it's all electric, we drive an electric car. This is something that, you know, really needs to be showcased and help people understand that it's not that scary to live in the future. Australia just is accelerating at a rapid rate of knots towards renewable energy. And I think you'll find that like most of the energy industry is as excited about the transition as I am. You know, obviously there's a handful of people out there that own a bunch of coal assets which aren't particularly excited about the future because they're not going to be able to dig them out of the ground. But most people get it in the energy industry.
The atmosphere here is electric.
Hey mate.
How you doing, mate?
Good, you're looking wonderful. So I've just met with James and Georgia, a lovely couple from Tassie. They live in an all-electric house. I didn't know, but Tassie is actually 100% renewable energy.
There you go.
They reckon in the absence of actually building an all-electric house, get rid of gas by retrofitting, or if you can't do that, which I don't think I can in my apartment that I rent, is switch to an energy company, like investing in renewable energy.
It's a smart move. Might have to do that myself.
It's the first thing I'm going to get onto once I finish up here at Myrna.
Ew.
See you in 5.
Fucking la-di-da, pardon me.
Bye-bye.
So have you got this solar concept yet?
AC/DC?
No. High voltage DC through the inverter to AC.
High voltage?
High voltage!